is in their practice getting his spare bike to feel the same as his number one bike, which sometimes you don't do, so keep your fingers crossed.
Well, he's got a better start in this race than he did on his number one bike, because he's in third place at the moment, but it is Walker the Stalker that leads. No stalking necessary because it's Hodgson that is in second place at the moment. So Neil Hodgson, he too was riding his second bike, his spare bike, in the rerun of race one today for the Superbikes. As Hodgson goes through, superb stuff there from Hodgson. Wow, Ducatis, Neil Hodgson, he looked superb in race one today. Maybe if this bike is a little better, he's going to be there and take his first win of the season, because certainly Hodgson deserves it. So through goes Neil Hodgson. It is a restarted race over the full distance of 20 laps. We have 18 laps to go. Hizzy in fourth place. There he is, bike number 8, the Virgin Mobile bike. Rob Mack will be wondering where they're going to find some more horsepower from later on in the season. Hizzy looking at the outside line. Through the complex, does he get it? Well, I'll tell you what, that was a bit close.
Yeah, immense corner speed from Steve Hislop, so the chassis certainly doesn't seem to be the problem for the Yamaha, just the amount of horsepower it's got.
Yeah, look at him carrying the speed through there. Hislop fast, 1:15.889. He's beaten his own lap record from race one. Hizzy is on something special, and the bike doesn't look fast in a straight line. So, Hodgson leading, but it will be Hayden that joins the party in a moment. Look at Hizzy, and Reynolds is fourth, but it's Hayden in fifth place, and round the outside in exactly the same place. Hislop is so very good through that turn, through the Noble corner on towards Goodwood, and Walker fights back. Oh, dear me.
Too long the way round there, it's too long, but Hislop is almost embarrassingly faster than everybody else, and this is top-class competition.
Indeed. So, Chris Walker, not having a great day here at Thruxton by his standards, that's for certain. Oh dear me, look at Hodgson and Hislop there. Still Reynolds third, still Walker in fourth place. Fifth man Hayden is closing. Plater having another great ride on the Kawasaki there in sixth, but out of contention as far as this front bunch is concerned. We're out towards Church Corner now. This is where Hislop and Hodgson. Now Hodgson's Ducati sat down there, and through the church they come. I tell you what, he's just riding on the outside like he's riding shotgun. Now he cuts to the inside. He can put that Yamaha anywhere where he wants to, and he really did there. Put it right in the face of Neil Hodgson. Hodgson looked across and could hardly believe his eyes. Scotsman on the brakes up the inside of Hodgson.
Looked like Hislop just stuck his hand up there to apologise because it was a little bit harder than he intended to. Yeah, but to move your bike around at that sort of speed, you can't believe how physical it is.
He put Hodgson right out on the white line there. Now then, we saw Hizzy light the rear end of that bike up out of the chicane there onto the front straight. Hodgson, that might have been the slap in the face wake-up call that he needed now, because he certainly seems to have got it sorted. But we've still got 13 laps to go in this race yet, and all these bikes look like their rear end is spinning now, so maybe we're losing a bit of grip all round. So we have got spits of rain. That is now confirmed. We can see it here on the commentary box window at Club Corner where we are. And round the outside and looking for a way, Chris Walker to try and get back on the Ducati in front of him for third place. But still Hodgson leads. Hizzy, Reynolds, Walker and Hayden. Well, maybe discretion is the better part of.
Yeah, this circuit's a big open circuit, so there's quite a strong chance that it's only raining at certain points. In the Supersport race, it was just raining at the complex, and it looks to me that it's raining here at Club, but not perhaps at the other parts of the circuit. We don't see any slippery surface flags yet.
Oh, look at that! What was that? We're coming down to Club. Well, I think one of these riders, i.e. John Reynolds, thought it was raining harder than Chris Walker thought it was raining.
Yeah, not raining that hard. There seemed to be some grip there.
There certainly was on the front end of Walker's bike there, because he just went past JR. Well, maybe JR had mental rain syndrome, as we've heard so many riders talk about this weekend.
We need to have completed about another 4 laps before they'll declare it a result if it gets stopped for the rain. If it gets stopped right now, it will be a 2-part race.
Yeah, wouldn't that be a nightmare again? They had a 2-part race in part 1 today of the Superbikes, so if we see it again, we want to see a bit of a race rather than aggregates, and we have got a race on at the moment. Neil Mackenzie is in pit lane, there he is. So we'll have to find out whether that is a mechanical problem. It looks to me more like a mechanical problem than anything else. We'll find out later from Mackenzie, I'm sure. But his teammate on the INS Ducati is Neil Hodgson, and Hodgson is still at it.
Hislop was there at the inside of Walker trying to make a move through into Church. I should think the Suzuki's going to have the legs on it down the back straight, and we've seen how good Walker is into this turn.
We are going to have a race that is going to be stopped in a moment. This is getting wetter and wetter here. We are going to have a 2-parter, I'm sure, because really it's getting very, very wet. Will it keep going, or will it be... Oh! Chris Walker out on the widest old line you're ever...
Oh, and Hislop.
And Hislop as well.
Straight across the chicane.
Deary, deary me.
There's some shaking heads here.
Past, and there goes the hand up in the air again. Stuart will have to stop this. Stuart Higgs, the race director, is going to stop this race soon. We are going to have a red flag, almost certainly.
Yeah, the riders are all indicating that they would rather see it stop now. To be fair, we've seen a lot of out-of-control riders.
Well, the big problem is they've got to really keep going at it as hard as they possibly can, because on aggregate they're going to have the best advantage they can going into a two-part race. Hodgson then, it is the leader at the moment by 0.6 of a second from Hislop and Reynolds and Hayden.
Yeah,
so
you see.
we are looking at the moment at the man who leads the race. But for how long will this race continue with the intermittent rain we're getting?
It's so difficult to know how hard to push in these conditions.
Now then.
We've seen a few years ago when he was leading the World Superbike race at Hockenheim, it was sitting with rain.
He got mugged by Foggy and James Whitter. So, I mean, Hodgson, he's shaking his head from side to side. I mean, Hodgson, and I don't really blame him either. Anybody that's not ridden at over 170 miles an hour in the rain will not know quite what it's like to be out on slick tyres. One little mistake, one touch of a white line that's stamped when it's raining, and it's curtains for the rider. He's right back with Hodgson.
Yeah, that was after his excursion straight across the chicane.
Yeah,
so that was...
yeah, managed to regain a place, didn't he, at that? And again,
Walker's back
hands
to
up in
fifth
there.
place.
You saw there, Hodgson with his hand in the air for the television cameras. There is Reynolds in third place as they cross where we are. All of the riders are indicating surely the management cannot resist this for much longer. Well, of course, they're not putting their hands up for the television commentary. They're putting it up for the race director, Stuart Higgs, because if he sees two hands up out of the famous 5 rain men, Hodgson and Hislop have indicated to Stuart Higgs, the race director, that this is the time to stop the race, and that will be a declared full race distance as far as the race is concerned, and it is going to be Hodgson that's declared the winner. A superb ride then, his first win of the series this year. The champagne is going to be flowing for the INS Ducati team. Hodgson takes the win from Hislop and Reynolds. James Hayden is 4th. Chris Walker, Paul Brown, Steve Plater and Peter Goddard round out the top 8. Top 5 in the race are the top 5 in the championship. John Reynolds then is down to 6 points in his lead. Hodgson is closing in. The Lancastrian looking very good indeed. But only 6 points adrift is third place man Hayden. How does a bike racer celebrate? With plenty of smoke. Hodgson and girlfriend Catherine more than happy with the day's work. Dunlop less than happy with a wrecked tyre.
A huge congratulations to you there. A very good decision as well.
What, to stop the race? It was really dangerous, certainly out back. The fastest corner out there, it was raining quite a lot, and they even had the oil flag out. And every time I approach the corner, you're doing about 160 miles an hour, and you slow down to about 140, and both wheels they were starting to slide, and I thought, I'm not enjoying this, please stop the race. I didn't realise how many laps were to go, I had no idea, I just thought it was dangerous. And I didn't realise until I came to the pits that I'd won.
I was right behind Neil Way's decision. He stuck his hand up one lap, and then I was with him the next one, because it was just, we haven't a clue, and it's such a fast circuit. I mean, if you just lose the front, Chris, he'd slide to London, I think, you know, so good decision to stop it.
Pizzy kept you under some tremendous pressure there, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to fall out with Steve. He's my training partner at home, and I think I'm training him too well. We get on really well, we're very close friends, but that's it from now on. I'm not going to speak to him.
They both live on the Isle of Man, and it's a pretty small place to escape from each other. With more racing and champagne coming up on Full Throttle next Wednesday, the 3rd of May at 10:30 p.m. on Sky Sports 2. And of course, round 4 of the Superbikes are from Alton Park, and we've the highlights at 10 p.m. on Sky Sports 2, 24th of May. Finally, it's a wet bank holiday Monday, but not before we could bang off one of the best race meetings of the year. Thruxton Clare Superb, again a great British Championship round.
It was absolutely brilliant. They were flying around that racetrack out there. There wasn't any lap records held standing, I don't think.
Not after that at all. Best bit for me, Neil Hodgson, wrecking pit lane. Bye for now. Hodgson then cleaning up at Thruxton. Will he do it at Alton Park?